Hello students, let us study Unit Producers, Behavior and Supply, Chapter Production Function, Part 3. Today we are going to study about returns to factor, the law of variable proportion or the law of diminishing marginal returns. You know that in short period of time, production is increased by increasing the amount of one variable factor while the amount of other factors are kept constant. So, the law of variable proportion states that if the inputs of variable factors are increased by equal increment per unit of time while the inputs of other factor are held constant, then total production will increase in the beginning at increasing rate, then at diminishing rate and ultimately starts declining. That is, TP will increase up to some point, but beyond that the resultant output increase will become smaller and smaller. Since increase in total production with increase of one more unit of variable factor is called marginal production. So, the law of variable proportion can also be defined in terms of marginal returns. Marginal return in the beginning increases with an increase in employment of an input, then it diminishes and finally it becomes zero and even negative. This pattern of marginal product is known as the law of variable proportion or law of diminishing returns. Tabular presentation of law of variable proportion. Here the units of land is 1 hectare. Units of labor are increased from 1 to 8. Total production in this case is 2, 5, 9, 12, 14, 15, 15 and 14. If we calculate the marginal production, in first case it is 2 units, in second case it is 5 minus 2, 3, in third case it is 9 minus 5, 4 and so on. We can calculate marginal production. When we employ 7 unit of labors, total production is 15, so marginal is 0, that is 15 minus 15. And at 8 units of labor, total production falls from 15 to 14, so marginal is minus 1. Now, diagrammatic presentation of law of variable proportion. So again, there is double story diagram. On the x-axis, units of variable factors are taken, whereas on y-axis, on the upper part of diagram, total production is taken, and on the lower part, marginal production is being shown. So when total production is increasing, in the beginning at increasing rate, marginal production is also increasing. This indicates the first stage of production. This is known as increasing returns to factor. Then total production increases but at a diminishing rate At this stage, marginal production starts falling, as is clear from diagram. And in this stage, when total production becomes maximum at point T, marginal production is zero. This is second stage of production. This is known as diminishing returns to factor. Then at the third stage, total production starts falling and marginal production becomes negative, as is clear from diagram. This is known as stage of negative returns. You can draw the diagram with the help of schedule. Now, stages of production are explained through table as well as through diagrams. In the table, stage 1 continues up to employment of third unit of labor. So this is a stage of increasing returns. When TP is increasing at increasing rate, MP is also increasing. Then from fourth unit of labor up to seventh unit in the tabular presentation, there is stage of diminishing returns. In this stage, TP increases at diminishing rate, MP is diminishing, and when TP is maximum, MP is 0. Third stage of production starts when 8th unit of labor is employed, TP starts falling, MP becomes negative. Thanks for watching.